Hey there, Pride fans, and welcome to another edition of the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. Dan Savarino, Kathy Angelis, the head coach of the Hofstra Pride Field Hockey team, and coach, big 2-1 win this past weekend over Drexel. Number 2 team preseason poll. Obviously, a big win for this program, now 1-1 in the conference. Just overall, what are your thoughts on the win?
Well, one, it's a huge win for us, and certainly down in Philadelphia always makes it really special. But we played fantastic. It was an amazing game by our players, and you know, we've grown so much this year, and just to see it all pay off when it was really important, it's just a credit to the players.
Let's start with the offense. Now, Simka Shurin, she scores a goal that ended up being the game winner in the second half. Janelle Boileau had a goal and an assist. She now has 100 in her career. Just for Simka, have you really been surprised about how much offensive production you've been getting from her, considering you wanted to start her at the back originally?
Right. Well, you know, she has a lot of composure in the attacking third and certainly in the circle. She's not in the circle a whole lot just because she's in the defensive line. But when she is up there, we know that she has great composure, and she certainly did. And it was a great play, a great pass by Janelle. And goalkeeper went down, she timed it right, went down, and it was a beautiful shot right over the goalie. So, like I said, I mean, that just goes to show, you know, the type of composure she has in the circle.
Let's talk about that D line itself. And the whole back line holds them to just one shot in the second half alone. Karras makes 6 saves in the win. Just overall with this defensive unit, what has been working the last couple of weeks?
Well, we've been growing together since August, and we've been doing a lot of coaching in this back line, trying a lot of different things in the outletting, and how we want the players to play in the defending third and between a zone and a man-to-man. And it is a lot of work, and we've really been focused on this back line, but it's obviously paid off, and the players are responding well to April and to Sarah and the defensive coach's side, and I think that that's really important. And you know, it was just a great performance by the back line. Really proud of all of them.
Well, Janelle, I mentioned before, hits 100 points in her career, so only the 6th player to ever do that in your program's history. For her, what does she mean to this program in the last 4 years?
Well, I think obviously she's just been a prolific scorer for all these years, and that's obviously a credit to her. And you know, it's always, she comes through with the big games for us, comes through in the small games for us. But I think what is really interesting about the fact that she has had 100 points, we've also had scorers that have been right around her. To think that she has got these many points with other scorers who are also putting in goals is just really a credit to our attack, and really a credit to Janelle that she's really been leading this attack line, and that she can work with the players around her, and she's supported this attack line, and we've had a lot of goals from other players too. So I think it makes her just such an amazing player and a team player.
Well, let's look ahead to Ryder, and then we'll get to actually the game itself in just a minute. But when you look at what Sunday ends up being, it's going to be Hodgkin's Lymphoma Awareness Day for one of your former players, Jill Geis, who unfortunately has been dealing with Hodgkin's lymphoma. So tell me about the day. What is it going to be as a festivity to honor her?
Right. Well, first, you know, this is we're really excited to be able to dedicate and honor this game to Jill. And she's going to be coming out, her family's coming out, extended family. She's in the middle of chemo treatments right now, has one actually today, so we're hoping that she's going to be strong enough to come on Sunday, and I know she's really, truly excited about, coming out here. She is going to be also a guest coach for us, during the game, which I think is just, it's a privilege for us to be able to do that for her. The games that we've contacted a lot of our alumni. We have a lot of alumni come back in all different eras, which is really exciting. We've had older alumni from several years ago, 10 and 15 years ago, have responded back, and some of the newer and younger alumni who actually know Jill. We are going to be selling T-shirts that will be proceeds for Jill during the game, and we're going to wear a little bit of purple, as purple is the color for Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I think it's going to be a great day. It's a great opportunity for us to have alumni back, and what a wonderful way to support such a truly wonderful alumni in your family.
Well, you're also going to have a game, obviously, right after against Ryder. And this is a Bronx team we faced the last couple of years right now. They haven't played a game in their conference as of yet. They have their first one this upcoming Friday. But the big storyline, I guess you can say, in that game, on top of the awareness itself, is the head coach and the assistant coach happen to be the parents of one of your players, Colby Husong. So is Colby excited to face her parents?
Yeah, we haven't talked about it just yet. I think this is the week where we're going to start facing the fact that she's going to be playing against her parents. So I think it's going to be, we have a really strong family kind of type bond with Ryder, and it's always truly just a formidable opponent for us, and always a very challenging game. And I think it's going to be super special to have all of them here on Sunday. And I know Colby's obviously very excited, and what an opportunity to be playing against your parents and have them be playing against their daughter. So I think overall it's just going to be a super day on Sunday, and hoping the weather's going to be nice and have a big fan base for the weekend.
Well, it's the one non-conference game before a couple of more road contests in the CAA, which are obviously going to be so important as it's starting next week, because you got to get those wins so they're not making the tournament. But for Ryder, what do you know about the Bronx, and how do you end up attacking them?
Well, they're a really tough team, and I do know they're young this year, so they don't have a lot of experience like they've had in the past, but they're plugging away, and they're obviously very well coached, so they'll come with a very strong game plan, and I'm sure they've got an opportunity to watch us play a little bit, and certainly we'll be able to see some film. They did beat Vermont on a water-based turf this past weekend, so we know that they can perform on a national turf as they play in field turf. But it's always a great game. It's always a very challenging game, and it's always an exciting game. So we just have to play our game and continue to move forward from last weekend, and use this non-conference game as just another prep going into our final weekend of the CAA, a couple weekends of the CAA.
Well, finally, Coach, what are the keys to Sunday's game? How do you end up winning?
Well, we've been doing a great job following a game plan, and we need to keep that going. We need to come out on fire like we have the past 3 and 4 matches, and if we can do that, obviously we've got a great chance to beat Ryder on Sunday, and I'm hoping that we can do that.
And it'll be a Sunday match. Obviously, if you can come out, obviously, to Hofstra Field Hockey Stadium, 1 o'clock start out there, Hodgkin's Lymphoma Day, honoring Jill Geisen. And if you can't make it out there, catch all the action on GoHofstra.com. I'm Dan Savarino, Kathy D'Angelis. Catch you next week.